Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, 9:47 a.m., August 13th, 2021. I'm walking around the south end of Halifax right now, looking at trying to gauge how much businesses there are down here as compared to the north end. So I'm at Moore Street right now, and we're going to walk down through the south end on Barrington Street, which is a business street, and we'll see what we can find for businesses on this street, okay? So you got this snappy tomato right over there. On the opposite side of the street, we have a Vietnamese restaurant, the Bean Restaurant, and we'll just try to see how much different it is, the south end from the north end. We have murals on the buildings down here, just like we do up there. There's a store that sells ladies' hats and tops and things. And there's a hotel, the Waverly Inn. You can see the sign there, Waverly Inn. The Waverly Inn. And there's a Korean barbecue restaurant across the street. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to form any judgments yet. We'll see if we can find as many things in the south end as we can in the north end. There's a college there for advanced education. I'm not sure what that is exactly, and that whole block right there has got restaurants and things. And a hair place. This is a beautiful spot right here. This is the Henry House pub. I would say it's been here a long time by the look of that. You have regular bus service down here, which is always good. There's lots of buses coming by here. Barrington is Barrington is the main street down through the south end. You also have Roby comes down through here. And there's lots of streets going east and west, which intersect with Roby and different streets up that way that come down here. Windsor, I believe, and we have hotels down here, several of them. I'm going to try to get across the street here if I can without getting run over. Looking back up Barrington Street that way, the south end pretty much starts at Spring Garden. After you come past Spring Garden Road, you could say it's the south end. This is one of the few parks that I know of in the South End. It's probably the best one in the South End. The Peace and Friendship Park. It's a nice little park. Got lots of trees and benches and flowers and a place for kids to play. It's a really nice little park here in the South End. I'm not going to say it's the only park, but downtown that's the only one I know of in the South End. It's this one. Well, we'll see how it stacks up against what the North End's got for parks. I say this is a pretty nice park down here. All right, we'll stop right here for now. All right, just next door to the park is the Atlantic Superstore. As far as I know, that's the only big grocery store down here. I don't know of another big supermarket in the South End of Halifax other than this one. Maybe there is, but I don't know about it. And this is it, the real Atlantic Superstore. And it looks like they have a small liquor store on the end of it. But the South End does have something that you don't have in the North End, and that's the train station and the bus station. We have both of those right side by side here. Which, if you live in the North End and you want to take a train to Montreal, you got to come to the South End to catch the train. So they got that advantage, I guess. Along with a gas station right here. And they're not real plentiful downtown either. Gas stations are not exactly all over the place when you're downtown. Now the South End does go up, so we can't really just judge it by downtown. But I'm just trying to look at the businesses and things down here. It says they got a Starbucks in here, so maybe they do. I've never seen it. I don't really shop in here, but it said they have a Starbucks, so that's good. And I know there's somewhere along here you can charge electric cars, but it's not here. I'm not sure. I thought it was along here, but maybe it's a little different. Oh, it's right up here. When I go up in the North End, I'll keep an eye out for places to charge your car. See if they're very plentiful up there. Because this is a video comparing North End from South End. Which is better? I know about better, but which offers more in the line of businesses. But there's your car charging spot. Let's see if we can see how many car charging area they have in here. How many cars can you charge in this place? There's one there, and I think you can do 2 cars. There's a hose on the other side. And that looks like it's about it. You can charge 2 cars in this car charging station. And that's all at a time, 2 cars. That's not a lot. And I gotta add that the cities and the provinces and the country is gonna have to do a lot better if they want people to drive electric cars. They're going to have stations everywhere. Because that's not a lot for down here. You got two hoses to charge cars. They got to be everywhere because you don't want it to be a pain to have to. You got to drive by a whole bunch of gas stations, and looking for a place to plug your electric car in. You're going to soon regret buying an electric car if you have to drive by all these gas stations and can't find a place to plug your electric car in. And you get there and there's two lines, and there's 2 cars in there, maybe for the next half hour, 45 minutes. And you got to sit and wait hoping to get one of those. Not that good, is it? Well, there's a vape shop over there, if there's anybody interested in that. And it's kind of quiet. The south end, my opinion, is it's kind of quiet down here compared to the north end. I think the north end's a lot busier. But I'm just taking a quick walk through here. I'm not covering the whole south end because that would take too long to do that. So now, one thing they have a Tim Hortons down here. Only one that I know of in the south end. Now, there's one on Spring Garden, but I wouldn't call that the south end. That's bordering to it. You're almost in the south end there, but that's not. That's more central. I call that central downtown. It's not exactly the south end. So, as far as I know, there's one Tim Hortons down here, the south end, and I think there's one up in the campus on the university. There's a Tim Hortons up there as well, I believe. So if you count the one on the campus, there could be 2. I don't know. The one at least up there. If you count that, then there's 2. But if you just count, not many people goes on the campus to buy a coffee unless you're a student. You're just not something you'd be in the habit of doing, going on the campus to get a coffee, no. So there's basically one Tim Hortons down here in the south end. Now, they used to have a coffee place in when the cruise ships came in, right inside that little place there, but I don't think that's running now. And so here's the Tim Hortons in the south end. Now, I'll give you my assessment of it. It's very busy, and when you come through the drive-through, a lot of times it's backed up clear out here to the road. That can be a problem when you come in here and try to find a parking spot. Look, they're pretty much taken. You can drive in here and can't find anywhere to park your car because it's the only one here. If we had another one somewhere in a strategic location to this one, we would lighten the load here a little bit. But that's what it is. The Tim Hortons on Spring Garden Road don't have any parking. And after COVID came, they took out the seats and you still can't sit in there. So basically, it's this one. This is it. This is it right here. Now I'm just going to stand here for a minute and you take stock of this, how busy this is. No hardly, I see 1 or 2 spots over there that might be available, and that's it. And the drive-through is just like, sometimes it's backed right up to the road. You can't even get in off the road to come in here. That's how busy it is. So I'm just going to stand right here and we'll just have a look at how busy this one and only Tim Hortons is in the south end, which we need more. We need more. Oh, sorry, I hit my wire there. We need another one down here to take the load. Now we got room for one more car here, and then you'll be out on the road. So, anyway, that's what the Tim Hortons is like in the south end here. For anybody that wants to know. And we do have a few other things, like Point Pleasant Park is down here, which is a big park. That's in the south end. I'm not going to walk down there because that's a long walk. I've done videos on Point Pleasant Park already. You do have a garage. Maybe you got more than one. There's one just around the corner here. I'll just show you where it is. So there's lots of housing down here though, because there's a lot of houses and places and not too many. There's businesses, but like right there's a business ready for joy. Chinese and Japanese cuisine. And then we got a toy store, toys and collectibles. Southern Smokehouse, boneheads. That looks like it might be a really good food in there. Boneheads. Southern Smokehouse. Might be good. So, the South End, you're close to the train and the bus. That's about my assessment of the South End down here. I'm just looking at the business areas now. I'm not looking at all the residentials, and there could be a corner store somewhere and that kind of stuff. I'm sure there would be a few of those corner variety stores down here. So we're not going to count those in this. So right now I'm going to stop this video again and we'll see what else we can find, okay? Okay, one thing you have in the South End that you don't have in the North End is this beautiful boardwalk. Unfortunately, that doesn't reach up into the North End, so it goes as far as downtown. You walk from the South End to downtown on the boardwalk. It doesn't go to the North End. So that's one thing you got down here that you don't have, which is a major thing, a very important thing that might outweigh a lot of other things that you don't have in the South End. Because the boardwalk is the place we all love to come to. And there's a bit of construction down here right now, but that's good. It'll be 2 years, it'll be all done. It'll look really great. So you see your harbor front, here's a map. You're still close to the water up by McDonald Bridge, but there's no boardwalk. You're out of that. So that's basically belongs to the downtown and the South End. Begins in the South End and goes all the way up to downtown. And what a beautiful day here on the boardwalk today. This video is not about the boardwalk, it's just that I'm here, so we might as well show a little bit what's going on here since we're right here. This is Friday afternoon and it's kind of quiet down here right now, but I would expect when people get off work, some people get off at work at noon, others at 3 o'clock, that this will get busy down here. See that boat over there just going around the turn? That's our new fire emergency boat. First year for having that. And I see a couple of days ago they answered an emergency call, somebody in the water. So it's come in handy already. Not something we probably use every day, but it's here now when we need it. This is our first year for the fire emergency boat. So that's I just wanted to point out that even though the South End is lacking in the amount of businesses that you see other places, we do have the boardwalk on the waterfront down here. And you can get onto it in the South End, and it, like I say, it don't entirely belong to the South End. It all goes right up downtown. But still, that's one of the things you can claim to the South End is the boardwalk, the waterfront down here. So there's several good points I've pointed out. There's maybe a few more things yet before we give up on the South End and move to the north end, which I plan to go there this afternoon and make my, in general, north end video. It's hard to cover a whole thing like in 45 minutes or an hour. It just can't be done. So we're just going to skim the edges of it, and then you decide. You, my listeners, tell me which you think is better to live in or to go to, north end, south end. I don't see anything really bad about either one, except the only thing I saw was the lack of Tim Hortons down there. There's only one in the whole place, and it's kind of crowded in that driveway, and there's not much parking, but that's me. Not everybody would care about that, so that's just me.
It's just a thing someone...
Look, the fireboat is spraying water out of its nozzles. That's the first time I've seen the nozzles actually spraying water. Looks like they got a good force behind it. So they're well equipped to put a fire out. If you're out there in the middle of the harbor and you get a fire in your engine, they'll come over and put that out real quick for you. Well, I am cooking. I've got my denim jacket on. I usually start out with that because sometimes it's a little chilly first thing in the morning. But I'm going to stop right up here on this bench and get this jacket off, put it in my backpack. And look at that. That'll really spray water. Quite the addition to our emergency things we have here in Halifax. All right, so I'm pretty much downtown again now. Right there is Spring Garden Road, would be on the other side of that building, and from then on up you're downtown. You're not in the south end anymore. So I'm almost out of the south end, but you can see you do have a fair bit of boardwalk that belongs to the south end. So if I see anything else, I'm going to try to find a little bit more to show about the south end. And anyway, stopping for now. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back. I just had to answer a text my wife sent me. Nothing important, just when we're gonna hook up later today. So I'm going back towards the south just a little bit, and we're going to take a residential street maybe. And I just want to point out one thing. This is Hollis Street right here. There's a tremendous amount of truck traffic on Hollis Street due to the container terminal in the south end. And right now we got a little break in it, but there is a lot of truck coming through here hauling containers. So if that's not your cup of tea, you might not like that part of it. There's a lot of condos right down here too. You can see they're everywhere down here. Rows of them. More condos here than there is in most parts of the city, and more going up. But that's one thing to consider if you're moving down here, that there's a lot of truck traffic on Hollis. I mean lower, this is lower water here, sorry. They come down Hollis and they go up lower water. So there's that. But that's maybe it don't bother you, maybe you don't. It won't be in your way. So it's just one of the points of the south end right now. I hear they are trying to solve that problem. But that is one of the drawbacks of the south end. If you happen to live down near the waterfront, you've got the truck traffic. You're just about to see what I mean here. Okay, I'm going to stand right here and show you what kind of traffic you got rolling down these streets. There's a lot of container traffic. I'm sure you can hear the noise from these trucks as they go by. I got a suspicious stare from that truck driver, wondering what I was doing, filming these trucks. Well, it's not a war on trucks. We're just trying to show you the ins and outs of the south end. And I'm going to be fair. I'm going to go up into the north end this afternoon. So that is a little bit of that's one of the drawbacks of the south end, is the truck traffic down here. But it wouldn't bother everybody. It depends on where you live and if you come down this area much. So we're going to head up now towards the north end, and I might just take a residential street and show you a little bits of some nice houses up there. So it's not all a bleak picture. Like, even if you live in the south end, okay, you don't have as much shopping as you like to have. It's not very far to drive out to Bayers Lake Shopping Center, or you've got Scotia Square right downtown, and you got all kinds of shopping in different places. So it's not very hard to. Halifax isn't a big city, so you can easily go from north end to south end to north end, east to west. Not a big deal. Okay. So we're trying to show both and see what you think. Where is the best word? Mostly it's just we're doing this in fun. Not that we hate one side and love the other. We're just doing it for fun and giving us something to do. So I hope you take it that way. I'm not anti-north. I'm not anti-south. Not pro-north, not pro-south. Just giving you a little bit of a picture of the whole thing, and you decide which will be best for you. Okay? So we're making our way back up now through the south end here. Now we're out of all that container terminal traffic, and we will keep on going westward. We'll keep on going westward because we're going to go northwest to get to where I want to go. We'll be in the north end and going to meet up with my wife up there after a little bit. And we'll do some of the video in the north end on the way there, and then we'll do some more later. There's a lot of beauty down here. Like this place here. These stone walls and wrought iron fences and things. There's a lot of beauty like that down here. And the houses, some of the old houses are really spectacular. I just realized my phone is, my other phone is still on texting. Okay, there we go. Might as well turn it off. No sense in killing my battery unnecessarily. I think that's just great now when I got two phones. I can get messages while I'm doing my video. So if somebody needs to reach me, they'll get me now within a couple of seconds instead of maybe an hour later when I finish my video. Much better, I would say. All right, now I don't want to go up Spring Garden because it's where the south end ends. So we'll go down to Morris Street and we'll take Morris Street up all the way up past We won't take Spring Garden until we get way up there. And we'll show you. Moore Street is in the south end. So I can show you some residential areas down here. I think I can jaywalk right here. Get away with it. There we are. Looking right up Spring Garden Road, looking right up Barrington Street. Don't I know where I am yet? No hope, huh? So yes, we are still in the south end. South end isn't very long going from north to south. But if you're going east to west, it takes up a larger area. Mostly residential and university. Looks like it's working. It's recording at least, so must be all right. Sometimes the Bluetooth will unhook me from my gimbal to my phone. And I have to go back and try to solve it, but I think I'm okay now. Just counting off the numbers, so it must be all right. All right, we're going up Morris Street. We're going to take a right turn on Morris. We are now heading westward on Morris Street. This is a residential area of the south end. Pretty much typical of any street you walk on down here. You see a lot of old structures, and you'll see some new structures. There's one of the newer ones. But there's a lot of these old brick buildings down here. Very well maintained, and as I said, this is part of the Dalhousie University. A lot of stuff belongs to the university down here, but not everything. Because Dalhousie is here, and there's St. Mary's, and I think there's another one too. There's a lot of educational institutions down here in the south end. In fact, universities make up a big part of the economy here in Halifax because they employ a lot of people. Hundreds of people have jobs at the university that wouldn't be here if they weren't here. So it's a big part, makes a big part of our economy, and it happens to be mostly located in the south end. So there's something you have in the south end that you don't really have up in the north end. Is universities. Now there could be some post-education buildings in the north end that I'm not aware of. There probably is, but south end is mostly where it is. When it's sunny, you walk up Morris Street, you get a lot of shade from these buildings, and it feels really good. It got warm quick this morning. I had my jacket on the first part of the morning, and I sure wouldn't want it on now. It's quite warm. So we'll just go right on up Moore Street for a while. At least to Victoria Park. These would be all residences, I would imagine, for the university. Yes, Gerard Hall. You know, this belongs to Dalhousie. So there's many of these residences here because there's an awful lot of students are here every year. They need a place to stay. Some live off campus, and a good many live right on the campus. I gotta watch my time here. It's 10:58, 11 o'clock. All right. We had a lot of marvelous looking old churches down here, and I can tell you the north end does too. They have a lot of old churches and things that look really nice up there, so I think you're about equal on that, on the older looking churches. It's about equal, north and south probably. Well, there's no light, so I guess I might as well start walking. You just wait till your turn to go, I guess, and that's how it's done. There's a store that sells glass, looks like water pitchers, things like that. So we are still right on the border of South End and down and center. Can't say downtown once you get up here a ways, but the center, kind of like South End, center, and North End. There's that space in the middle that'd be like the center. So that's where we would be if we went over that way very much more. Mostly South End is down that way. A lot of the streets down here are lined with trees. As you will see, we can say the same for the North End. A lot of the city streets are lined with trees up there too. So I guess neither one can boast about that. They both have it, or they both can boast. I love the way they paint the houses all different colors here. That's something I didn't really see when we were in Toronto. Didn't really see that. I think that's an East Coast thing. You paint every house is a little bit different color. Whatever's on your block, if you paint your house, you got to paint it a little different than the one next to you or the one down the street. There'll just be a slightly different tone sometimes. Oh, I better get out of the way. All right, we're going to go up one street from Morris. Still in the South End. We're not out of the South End just yet. We're going to go this way and enjoy the shade from these trees. Isn't this marvelous? The shade cover you get from these trees is really something. I'm sure it will really help your house to cut down on your air conditioning bill. Having these trees shield your house. And it's really nice if you're walking. Here we go again, right into the shade of these trees. I'm just gonna stop for a minute and see what you think. Isn't it beautiful? How would you like to live on a street like this? It is fantastic. Fantastic, the view on the street. And there's several streets look like this. So if you're looking to live in the South End, this would be a really, really wonderful spot. You couldn't beat it. I don't think. I don't think you could find anything any prettier than this right here, with all these trees and the well-kept houses. We are shortly to be out of the south end. When we do, that will conclude our little tour of the south end. We are on the corner of Clyde and Dresden. Those buildings right there go up to Spring Garden Road, but we're on the back end of it. So we're going to walk over towards Victoria Park, because I promised I would, and we'll walk up Victoria Park. Well, the south end has certainly got their liquor store and cannabis store combined right here, right in the heart of downtown Halifax. So if you're a partaker of those things, then you might be overjoyed to see that right here, right in the middle of all this housing. You got a liquor store and cannabis store. Well, onward we go, over to Victoria Park, and we might as well just walk up through the rest of the park, and I'll end my video when I get to Spring Garden Road, and then we'll start it again in the north end. I don't want to show you everything on the way there, because this is all about the north end and the south end. A lot of construction right here. We're still, I guess we could still be called in the south end, because we're not quite up into the center yet, although we're pretty handy. I say Spring Garden Road's where you start the central part of the city, and I don't know what to say is the beginning of the north end. I always say North Street, but I think it's a little before North Street. We'll determine that on our walk today, where we think the north end starts. I think it's a little bit before North Street, but it might be just an opinion. Anyways, we're looking right at Victoria Park here. I did a video on this once, if you care to look it up. It was called Exploring the Victoria Park Neighborhood. If you care to look it up, you see all about this neighborhood right here surrounding Victoria Park and what it has to offer in this area. And it'll be very informative. You'll learn a lot about it. Because I'm not going to cover all that today, because this is not about that today. This is about the north and the south ends, comparing them. And it's not about Victoria Park, which I think I did a good job covering that when I did it. And okay, we're going to head up there. Isn't this beautiful in here too? This is an absolutely nice park right here. So I said, previously in this video, I said that Peace and Friendship Park was the only one like that I knew of, but actually Victoria Park goes down into the south end as well. So you can they can claim this one as well. So you got two parks, Peace and Friendship and Victoria Park. They're both nice. They're different in ways, but they're both nice. This one, if you want to hang out in the upper end, there's coffee shops nearby. So you can go get a coffee and bring it back to sit over here and have it and enjoy the time in the park, and you buy a snack nearby. There's restaurants just right around the corner. We can buy a burger, something like that, and bring it back over to the park. Now you'll have to deal with the pigeons if you bring food here, because they'll try to beg it from you, but yeah, you might be able to hold on to most of it. Now, one of my viewers in one of my early videos I looked at the Lord Nelson Hotel over there, and I couldn't see the sign, and so I was new here, so I didn't know the name of that hotel. And so he must have just looked at one of my old videos and he saw that I didn't know it, so he kindly let me know it was Lord Nelson, which I'm quite familiar with now because I've been here 3 years. That was when I wasn't walking around the streets all day, every day like I am now, and I didn't know the name of it. So, still like to say thanks to my friend for different people pass things on to me. I don't claim to know everything in this city, and they'll pass little bits of information on to me, and it all helps, and then I can get it right the next time. So right now I'm at the corner of Victoria Park and Spring Garden Road, and we are no longer in the South End. We're now in central Halifax, where the Public Gardens is located. Right there, right smack dab in the middle of Halifax is the Public Gardens. And I've walked through there several times, so I'm going to turn my camera off right here until I get to the North End. So I'll see you all in a few minutes. Bye for now. Okay, here we are. If I was going to pick a boundary for where the North End starts, I say right here at this Irving will be just about. If I'm going west on Roby, I say I'm in the North End when I'm right here. Now you might have a different opinion of that. Some of my viewers might think a little different. I used to say North Street was the boundary, but I think it goes back this way a little bit. So anyways, it doesn't matter. We're doing the North End now. I walked all the way up from the South End. I'm going to have lots of steps on today. I walked all the way up from the South End, and now I'm going to walk around to the North End. But I'm going to do it in a couple of segments, because at 12 o'clock I'm going to meet up with my honey up there and have a coffee with her and relax for a little bit. Then she'll go back to work and I'll go back at my video making. So we'll just show a little bit of the North End on the main street. For anyone who doesn't know, Roby Street is the main street through east, from north to south, from north to south, take Roby. Or you can take Barrington and come up, or you can take Windsor, and the same thing, but Roby is the main one. The main one across the top, as I call it, is Roby. And this intersection we're coming to up here is North Street. Then it's just a short walk from there to Roby and Yonge, at which time I'll be turning off my camera. And maybe I'll be recharging my batteries, I'm not sure. I might have to do a little recharge while I'm stopped. I have a spare battery. Should put everything back in shape if I need to. I can plug my gimbal in and my phone. Charge them all up while I'm sitting there having a coffee. That's probably what I'll do. So here we are. Corner of North and Roby. North Street is a through street too. It's quite a busy intersection right here at North and Roby. And yeah, I'd say it's one of the busiest intersections in the North End. I wouldn't say it was the busiest, but it's one of the busy ones. Oh, it's getting warm out here. Very hot. I need to take a break when I get up to Tim Hortons. I'm going to be really happy. This is hot out here. I'm going to get a little bit of shade, not much, a little bit here for a couple of minutes. You can definitely feel the difference in it. Yeah, we're getting up candy now. A little bit more, and I can sit and relax for about an hour. And then I'll get my energy back and we'll go out and finish this wonderful video I'm making today about North End and South End. North End versus South End. You decide where you'd rather be. Maybe you wouldn't rather be in either one. Maybe you like to live in Dartmouth. Or maybe you like to live up in Fairview. But I'm just saying, if you like to compare North End and South End, as I imagine a lot of people do all the time, compare North End and South End, and I can imagine what they probably say. They probably say, South End is a nice residential area, but not a lot of things down there. Not a lot of stores, not a lot of shopping areas. You got one Atlantic Superstore on Barrington Street, just past Peace and Friendship Park. And you got one Tim Hortons, which is way overcrowded. So we're going to compare. There was some good points down there. The residential streets that you could see are covered with tree lined and lots of shade, and a wonderful place to live. And as I said before, you don't have to go far to go shopping. So just because there's no shopping much in the South End, don't mean you can't live there, because there's lots of other areas to go to that don't take that long to go shopping. I live over in Dartmouth, and where I live, there's no shopping areas around me either. I live fairly close to the Woodlawn Plaza, but I can walk it. It's not that far, but I don't live right next to it. So if I want groceries, gas, fast food, there's a pizza place in there too, any number of things I can get right there in the Woodlawn area. There's also McDonald's and stuff just a little beyond that. So there's lots of stuff in my area, but not right in it. So that'd be about the same as walking from the South End to Spring Garden Road. Maybe it's even farther from my place to Woodlawn. But the point I'm making is, it's where you want to live, not what's necessarily there, because it's not that far to get to stuff. However, if you live in the North End, you're probably handy to stuff, because there's an awful lot of businesses and things in the North End. I'm only on a little piece of Roby here, and it's loaded with businesses. But we're going to cover a few more of the streets in the North End after I have some lunch or something there, and catch my breath and get cooled down and some air conditioning in there. Then I'll be all set to go at it again, and that's what we'll do. We're passing all these construction cranes here, which I've showed them over to you quite a few times now, so we won't get into that today. So anyway, look, I got some nice shade here now. This is great. Gonna get all cooled down walking through here. And There's the old Bloomfield School. Won't be glad to see, I mean, I will be glad to see the last of that. And something built in there. Nice along the stretch of Roby. I'm almost to my destination. But I might sign off on this corner because you've seen everything up here 1,000 times. Well, not quite, but felt like it. So, on the corner of Ulm and Roby, that sounds like a good place to end this portion of it, because I'm going to be getting back to you shortly after I have some lunch and get cooled off and get something to drink, and I'll be getting back to you. So I'm going to end right here. How's that? Okay, see you in about an hour. Okay, we're back to continue our video on which place would you rather live in, the north end or the south end? Which is the best? Which one you like, which one you don't like, or what's your preference? So here we are, I'm at Yonge and Roby, and I'm just showing this plaza that's over here. You got everything from a superstore to Italian bakery, a fish store, fish place. You got Burger King, and you've got Tim Hortons on this side of the road, Coast Tire, burrito store over there, Dollarama. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a Dollarama in the south end, but maybe. So you got a lot of stuff right here. And just down the street there on Kemp Road, there's all kinds of fast food places too, McDonald's and different ones. So this is just one corner. I think there's more on this corner than there is in the whole of the south end, to be honest. But whatever you prefer. So here we are at Kemp Road. I said we were starting at Roby and Yonge, which is the next light, but it's just a general term. I'm in the general area of Roby and Yonge. Well, get way on across. Well, I got the green light, I guess. So Tim Hortons is in there, and there's an Esso, you can get gas, and there's a variety store in there as well. And this is just one little corner. There's more here. The Lion's Head Tavern's over there, if that's your thing. And there's a lot of stuff under construction right here. Going to be a lot more stores and shops and things when that's all built. And you got another little plaza right here, which has a Dooley's, Trackology, whatever that is. There's a paint store, Sherwin-Williams. It's called the Yonge Street Center. There's a massage place in there. CAA got an office here. Okay, there we are for Yonge and Roby. Now we'll just walk down to Reckala and see what we can find. So you see why I like, myself, I prefer the north end because there's a lot more stuff here and more things to do. But some people like that the quietness of the south end. There we go. I was a little out of focus there. Now we got it. So anyways, I just wanted to do something different today. I thought I would make a video comparing the north end to the south end. See how it stacks up. See what you prefer. A while back I did one on Halifax or Dartmouth. Got some good responses from that one. So now we're gonna pit north against south and see how that goes. Okay, here we go. On our way to Agricola. And we'll walk down Agricola to North Street, and then we'll take North Street down to Gottingen. We'll walk Gottingen. You can see residential is mixed right in with commercial here. We went from commercial, busy commercial right there, to residential right there. Agricola is just one block over from Roby. And it's a busy, mostly commercial street, but there is some residences on it, and there's some shops in houses on that street. The Humanity Cafe, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I know up in Toronto they have one, and it's for people who would have problems finding employment anywhere. Sometimes it's mental issues, and it could be a physical impairment as well. And they get you a job working in there, and all the proceeds go to paying for the wages for the people that work there. But I don't know about this one. I can't say for sure, because I've yet to go in that one. I haven't been in it yet. But the one in Toronto, that's what it is. If any of my viewers knows, you can enlighten me on that. That would be great. I'm sticking to the shady side. Oh, I'm not there yet. Yes, I am. Okay, I'm sticking to the shady side of the street. There's Mother's Pizza up there. We're going to try it out one day, because our family are pizza lovers. My wife and my son, much more than I am, but I do like pizza, but not to the degree they do, I don't think. But we'll have to try it out one day. We've been going mostly to Greco and a few of the other ones, but mostly Greco. And Domino's. Go to Domino's quite a bit. Well, you can see Agricola on this end is a mixture of residential and commercial. There's the old brewery right there. Probably a big employer in this part of the city, no doubt. Well, when I got to Tim Hortons before, I was pretty hot and mushed from walking out in the sun. But I went in there and sat a while and got cooled down and got something to eat, a coffee, and much better now. I've been rejuvenated. You can't go forever in the heat and not stop, take a break, get something to drink, something to eat. Then you resume your course. Ah, shade again. I am at the corner of Russell Street and Agricola Street. And Olin takes up the whole block, right from the Young Street up to here, and probably over that way to the next block. So it's a big industry right here in the north end of Halifax. There's all our construction projects on the go here right at the moment. And I believe there's more down here, but this is not about construction today, although it could fit in with what's going on in the north end, because it means there are going to be a lot of new things here that aren't here now. The north end is really alive. It's not stagnant like some places are. It's alive, and it's a wonderful place. And then when it comes to Halifax, don't know which part of the city to go in. I would recommend the north end, but that's just my opinion, of course. Like anything I say, it's my opinion. So if you like the south end, don't get mad at me. That's okay. I go down the south end all the time. I frequent Tim Hortons down there quite often. Got to know a few people down that area, and I like the south end too. It's just that I like the hustle and bustle of businesses and things open late at night and stuff going. That's my idea of what I like in the city. The busier, the better. That's how I look at it. Well, some people like a quiet residential street with no businesses on it, and they want to be able to shut out the world when they go home at night. But that's some people. So I'm going to go down Agricola till I come to North Street. So all these places along here are businesses. There is apartments in the back of that one, but there's a business in the front. Oh, that's a call center. 365 means they're open 365 days a year. They'll answer 365. They're a call center. Always looking for employees. So if you're new to the city, looking for a job, you think you like to try a call center, they'd probably hire you. Must be one of my fans, I guess. Everybody wants to be famous. Nope. All right, I'm going to get across while I can. I had a walk sign, but those people decided to go in front of me. Oh well, it's okay. I'm not going anywhere anyway, so. Well, it's 1:21. I'm kind of aiming to be downtown about, around 2 o'clock maybe. Something like that. That'd be good for me, 2:30. So we're still on Agricola Street yet. When we were walking up Broby, we were looking at that school from the front. This is the back end of it. a prime piece of property. Once you get that school tore down, man, they can build something big there. It would have to be just the right tenant to take something that big, or the right developer. I would imagine you could put at least 3 towers in that spot and a whole bunch of stores and shops. You could make this area come alive right here. You just imagine if you had that school area and 3 20-story towers. Wow, you would have a lot of people, and density is what counts for business. The more people you have in that area, the better your business will do. So density is what you need if you want to have a lot of stores and shops and coffee shops and restaurants. You need high density. I have no idea what's going there, but hopefully something big. Every time I walk by Ontario Street, I think of an old lady who used to be my friend a long time ago when she lived right about that area right there. Her name was Sadie, and she was a wonderful old girl. Played the drums, and I played music with her. I think I mentioned her once before. And every time I walk by Ontario Street, I think about her. I'm sure she's passed on years ago, because when I knew her, she was about my age when I knew her, and that was about probably more than 30 years ago. So she's probably long gone, but I always think of her. So she'll never be forgotten, because every time I see Ontario Street, I think about her. So Sadie, if you got a cell phone in the great beyond, you can text me back or let me know. And I'll let you know I haven't forgotten you. What do you think? They have cell phones? Can you take them with you? We'll ponder that one for a while. There's a little meat shop right there, Brothers Meats. Looks like they're doing a good business. The Army Navy store right here. And right among all the businesses, you got apartments across the street. So that's a good mix. You got businesses and residences right together here. It's not either one or the other, but it can both coexist. So we'll walk up to the corner, and then I'll make a little jig jog down to Goddington. There's the ambulance station. This might be a really long video, but if you like it, if you want to absorb it all. I did a long walk around the south end this morning, and I don't want to cheat the north end, so that's what we're doing. We're covering them both. It looks like no, that place is still open, Gus's Pub. I thought it was shut down, but apparently it's still open. See a light on in there. That's got a loud siren. How are your ears? I hope they're okay after that. So I'm going to cross here. Oh, and then we're going to turn left. I saw some signs up today that Pride Week is this week. I guess they have it different times in different cities because up in Toronto it's in July. And I think it's the week before the Jazz Festival up there. And down here it's in August. So they painted the crosswalk all up again for that. So this week is Pride Week. If anybody that wants to know.
Brought back to my house. I'd like to go down and get some beer and cigarettes.
Well, we're still in the North End, and these are residential. North Street is like a through street. There's more houses on it than there are businesses on North Street, because it's like it's the street you take if you want to go up to Windsor or Connaught or any of those streets, or a lot of times I drive up to Fairview or down to Byfield, different places. I go right up North Street and go around the Rotary and then swing down. North Street is my choice of because I come off the bridge. I come across from Dartmouth and right on the bridge, and I just keep on straight. I gotta talk really loud right now because I got music playing in my phone, and I don't want to get into a copyright issue, so I'm talking really loud in my microphone to drown out the music, and I'm walking fast to get away from it. Okay? So YouTube, don't penalize me. I'm trying to avoid it. There we go. Anytime I heard you got 15 seconds to block it out or get out of range of it, and they won't say anything. I don't think that was even 15 seconds. So that's what you got to do when you got to keep YouTube happy, and they won't be happy if you get flagged for copyright infringements. So that's what you hear. That that thing is coming again that made all the music. So I got to kind of cover up my microphone again. I gotta let him get away from me for a bit because I'll let him get the green light and go, because I don't want to walk by him again, because I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube and copyright problems. I try to abide by all the rules that YouTube has laid out, and I want to be in good with them. They've instigated some new rules that if you break the rules that YouTube has laid out, you won't be allowed to have advertisements anymore on your YouTube endeavors. So they'll take you right off and you won't be allowed ads if you break the the rules. I don't think the copyright one is one of the rules, but one of the rules is like spreading rumors about the vaccine, saying that it'll cause all kinds of things, and there's a conspiracy theories by the government and all that kind of stuff. You can't do that. You do that, you'll lose your ads. And you can't have complete nudity and different things like this. Different rules you can't have. You can have girls in skimpy bathing suits, but you can't have no bathing suits. So you got to know where you can draw the line and stay within your boundaries. Or they'll take you off of there. They won't take your stuff off of there. They'll take the stuff off they don't want it, but they'll take your ads away and you won't make any money on YouTube. So yeah, they're really serious about this. So you got to abide by the rules. So I try not to do anything that would put me in a bad spot with YouTube. Because my goal is to make money when I get enough subscribers, get some ads up there. I'm over 400 now, which is really good. I'm going to have a celebration for my 500. And then no more celebrations until I hit that magic 1,000. Well, the only way you can do that, you got to stay out here and keep plugging. And doesn't matter how hot it is, how cold it is, you still get out here and make videos, and you'll get there. Hard work pays off. I was a hard worker on the job, and I still have the same ethic, even though this doesn't pay me any money. I put a lot of my energy into it. My job I had in Ontario, I was there 15 years. I never called in sick once. Not even once in 15 years. I was late a couple of times. Once I had a flat tire on my way to work. And I had to get another jack brought to me because the one I had wasn't no good. So anyways, that was once I was late, and I might have been another time. But for the most part, I was there every morning, an hour early. And that's the kind of work ethic I always had. Work hard, do a good job. And abide by the rules. That's whatever your company's rules are, then you have to follow them. And same as YouTube. YouTube is my boss because my employer in a way. I'm not making money yet, but I will. And I don't want to jeopardize anything by putting things on here I'm not supposed to put on. So I always get nervous when music is being played around me. I don't think that's one of the things you'll lose your ads for, but I'm not sure. But I don't want to take any chances with it. So whenever I hear music, I don't have time sometimes to mute my phone and things like that. All I can do is just talk real loud in the microphone and drown them out, which works pretty good. I've never been, I think I was flagged once. I don't know how that happened, but some music got through, and that was only once, and that was it. In 1 year of being on YouTube, I got flagged once for the music. But I guess that's pretty good record. Oh, I forgot to say, we are now on Gaijin. Gottingen is a part residential and part business, but it's pretty much all residential up here, and then when you get on down farther, it's all business. That's the difference in Agricola, which was just businesses mixed in with the stores. Nice to have the shade from this big building right here. I gotta see how long this has been going. Wow, this has been going a long time. This video is, if I'm reading this right, it's been going over an hour. I don't know if people want to watch it that long. I'm not sure. Here, I'll put the brakes on my video up here until I get down where the stores and stuff are, okay? So I'm just going to stop right here for a few minutes, and I'll keep walking, and I'll turn it back on when I get down farther. All right, I turned it back on. I'm just passing the library on Gottingen Street, which is right over there. Past that bus, there's the library. I'm just passing the library, and it's pretty much all stores now going down Gottingen. Here's a store that repairs devices, cell phones, tablets, computers. There we go. Get my focus straightened up here. I'm enjoying the shade over here, but it's going to be short-lived because the sidewalk is closed past this intersection. Maybe not. Maybe it's open now. I don't know. Probably still closed. It was closed. Cut up to an angle, let him get out. There we go. There we go. No, I guess it's open here. I thought it was closed. Maybe that was farther up. I think a little farther up. There's the bus stop theater building over there. I'm not sure if it's still running or not. After COVID came along, it put the brakes on everything. Well, things are starting to loosen up now as more and more people get vaccinated. It's going to help. Well, everybody in our house now has had 2 shots. So I just got to get another weekend. I got this Sunday, I'll have 1 weekend. My son and I, we went together last Sunday and got ours. So we got to get one more weekend, and we'll pretty much say we're good. And look at all these little bikes here. I should have one of those. I should have something like that right there. I could put I could fasten my gimbal between the handlebars, and I could make twice as many videos then. Wait, have I lost it? Okay. All right, okay. I'm being ridiculous, aren't I? Yeah. It's my nature. I like to joke around. So whatever I say, don't take it serious, because I'm a jokester. I like to joke and kid. And I always said, here's what I say to people who don't get my jokey way. I said, I only tease the people I love. If I don't care about you, I won't waste my time teasing you. But you should feel honored if I tease you, because that means I like you if I tease you. So I don't tease in a bad way, just harmless little teasing. That means I like you. So loosen up. Okay. That street's closed for work, so don't try to go down it. It's closed. I'm almost to the end of this video because I'm soon going to be out of the north end. We'll go down somewhere around Staples and sign off there. This is going to be a very long video. So I hope you're staying up late at night and you have nothing else to do and you're wide awake. And you can watch this whole thing about the north end and the south end. And see what you think when it's all over. If you think I'm right, I think the north end has got more to offer. But the south end is more residential and quieter. So, there's all different kinds of people. Some people like it quiet at night. Some people don't care if it's cars going all night. That's me. I don't care. As long as they don't come banging on my door in the middle of the night or phoning me, I don't care beyond that. Well, let's see. What should I do today? I guess I'll go downtown. Hang out down at the waterfront. Maybe go to Tim Hortons, sit outside. Enjoy what's left of the afternoon. Then I'll meet up with my wife down there and socialize with her for a while. And then go home. That'll be it. The week will be over. Weekend's here. Yippee! I don't usually make videos on the weekend. So my wife has the weekend off. I take it off too. But there is exceptions. Like if it rained all week and I couldn't get out and do much, and then Saturday and Sunday's good, I try to get out and make a video on that day because I'm making up for the days I was home, couldn't do anything. But normally, I get enough chances through the week to make my videos. This one I'm making today is for Monday. This is Friday, but this is for Monday because I put my videos, try to put them out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes I failed, but for the most part, I manage it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this one is for Monday. So it doesn't matter now if it rains or what it does this weekend. I have a video for Monday. And if it rains on Monday, I'll be all right because I can surely squeeze something in before Wednesday. And if not, then I go out Wednesday and put it up that night. And I'm a little off my schedule, but it's not the end of the world. It's just that your regular viewers get used to seeing you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're not there, they're like, I've had them ask me, are you all right? I never heard from you for a couple of days. And I do appreciate that. People that concerned enough to ask me. But it's usually something else. It's not that I'm not all right. It's just that weather or I had other commitments, or something. Something prevented me from going out and making a video. And once in a while, if I dare say it, I'm just too lazy to bother. Could be a week I haven't had a lot of sleep, but I just can't seem to get going. But mostly that's not a problem. I bounce out of bed and I'm ready to go. Well, I promised this video would be over by the time I got the staples. So I'm going to walk in here where it's shady, so I can stand in the shade and shut this down. There we go, right here, right in front of Staples. If you like this video, push like. I know it's really long, but if you're not a subscriber yet, you can become a subscriber. Just push that subscribe button, and that will really help me immensely. And there's that little notification bell. If you really want to push it, you can push that too. And then we'll be all set. You'll get a little ding every time I make a video. On that note, bye for now. Have a good day.